And it has to do with the fact that the place is so big. They have to start early. They're probably doing fittings now, and their shows aren't even over. And they're, into the next bit.
So it's
Because
November
it's huge.
2019 now. So for the 2020 season, are the preliminary designs in?
Certainly a lot of the set things, yes, they're building sets now, and they have been
So
for
it's
at least a
November
month.
2019. The season doesn't open until May 2020.
Yeah.
And the sets are being built now.
Yeah.
So does that mean choices are being locked in for directors if things are being built? So the director
Yes.
can't say, I really didn't want that wall to be 6'8". I need it 6'6". If there's the budget, we'll cut it down.
Cut it down. But they have to start early. They have to start on something early.
And when do the costumes start? When will the costume sketches be done?
Probably by the end of the year. They'll have fittings in January. But like right now, they're doing the photography for next year's visitor's guide. And quite often they combine the actor coming and having his photograph done for the visitor's guide with a fitting.
Right.
Because if they're bringing them from Toronto or someplace, they might as well be doing two things.
So this visitor's guide,
Yes.
this picture of Colum as Lear would have been taken at least 6 months before?
It would have been taken right now, in September or October.
Before he had even rehearsed the part.
Yes. When was it really taken?
That's a production photo.
Oh.
That's the souvenir.
That's the souvenir program.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Okay.
But,
Yeah.
that one. Anything there on one of those guides.
Yeah, like
Free.
Right.
Right. So this was taken for Othello this year. And I think it's a brilliant concept of the scorpion. Now, originally, it did not have this. But obviously, people were confused, so that they added this to help you understand it better. But when I actually went to see the play, the scorpion line was cut. So my mind is full of scorpions, dear wife. I mean, that was the whole basis of that photograph by Scott McCowan. But as things went along, it didn't, and often they take these when there's they have no idea what period they're going to do them in, or, things like that. It's whoever it is in charge right now, it's Scott McCowan, who's extraordinary, but who has to try to make that work somehow so that it does reflect what the play is going to be about. But for those people who are really pissed off when it's in modern dress, they may not be able to tell. You certainly can't tell from that photograph what anybody's wearing.
No. And so to make the machine work, to make the machine serve the art, serve the audience, whatever, certain choices are restricted. Certain you're in the Bobstead Slough.
Yes.
You're off.
Yeah.
And this is where
That's
you're
right.
gone. There are other companies that say we just can't work that way. I mean, Mr. Lepage will rework his show over the years, saying what I thought in December is not what I think now.
Absolutely.
So from a stage manager's point of view, looking at the benefits and the costs of that kind of structuring, what do you think? Weighing the benefits of you get to open 6 shows that all look great and have a coherency, as opposed to you lost this much flexibility. Have there ever been a director who said, I'm sorry, after the first preview said, no, we are changing those bits of the set. That costume is totally going. We're going to redo that. I don't care what it costs. Does that ever happen?
Yes. No, that I don't care what it costs part is, of course, what's difficult about it, because there may not be money. So sometimes, yes, but certainly things have changed that late, or in previews, that kind of, absolutely. And that, they do try to have that, a little bit of flexibility.
They do,
But
okay.
it's actually, in relation to the shows, all the designers, their contracts finish after the 3rd preview.
Explain that.
So so that the designer of the costumes, they come to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd preview, and give their notes, and then that's it. There may be another 15 previews. The show may not open for another month, but they're done by
And
then. That's
that-
just the way the
That is to
set
save
up.
money, so they're free to do other things?
guess
Or is that
so,
to say,
yes.
you're done your work, you can make no more changes after the third preview? Is that what that's for?
Well, I think part of it has to do with not keeping people around, because your play may only have 2 performances in a week.
Right.
And there have been people who have come here and left because they couldn't bear the fact that their play only came up 2 days a week, like lighting designers and people like that. So yes, it needs to be somehow contained,
Right.
because certainly everybody has to make a longer commitment if you're going to come to Stratford.
Right.
Everybody. Because it could be from February to November.